Perhaps you've seen a Chromebook ad recently about an everything button. A button on a Chromebook that claims to, well, do everything. And so in today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into that and see if it holds up to consumer purchase or if it's like the last video we did on Chromebooks where it's questionably misleading. So without further ado, let's watch some Chromebook ads. Starting off, let's talk about our everything button.
That's a Chromebook with the everything button.
So when you think of everything button, what comes to mind? A search button? There's a clear difference between an everything button and a search button. When I think of an everything button, I think of a button I push and tacos magically show up on my desk. When I think of an everything button, I think a button I push and I can run Microsoft Flight Simulator at maximum settings magically. Not a search button. But I real quick want to pause and say that this is not as bad as the previous ad. The previous ad, if you haven't watched that video already, I definitely recommend watching it because we take a look at some ads that promise that this right here is a gaming Chromebook. It's the best thing on the planet for gaming, and you totally need to switch, which we can argue the merits of, and I do in that video. And I also want to say one other thing. This is a great education product. Absolutely great for kids in middle school.
One button with the power to find things in an instant.
Is it just me or is this cringy? Okay, like, it's not that bad as the previous set, but man, is it cringy.
From files to apps, even answers online. Huh.
So it's just basically a Google search. The everything button is a Google search. Okay, let's check out this everything button. The everything button. Okay, so I'm gonna do something real quick. What do I want my everything button to do? I want tacos. Let's see, everything button. I want tacos. Now this everything button is dang smart because it brings me up a video called I Want Tacos on YouTube, which I have no doubt is pristine internet content, but not tacos in my lap. And disappointingly enough, if we were going to advertise it, I would advertise it as something like the ultimate search key or super search or something like that. Not everything button because it clearly doesn't do everything. I'm interested. What happens if I search how to tie a bow tie? And it's not even the same video. It does bring up with the Google search, but that's all this stuff does is just Google search.
Who says you can't have everything? With one little button.
Okay, with a Chromebook, you're not going to have everything.
The everything button.
Switch to finding things instantly. Okay, I'm not going to argue that the search button on Windows or the search options or search thing on Windows is pretty bad, but basically this is the Windows key. I know I hate using Edge, like we hold our nose and we use Edge, but how to tie a bow tie. And it's going to pull up the Edge, and it's going to pull up the exact same video that I get when I do a freaking, and this actually like is really messed up to look like a freaking, it literally pulls up the exact same thing. So switch to having a search feature is an interesting proposition to say the least. I definitely don't see the merits in switching. But wait, we're going to talk about virus protection in a second, and we're going to have an interesting conversation there as well. The whole premise of the ad is to have a search key, which they're advertising as an everything button, and the everything button on my ThinkPad over here is this Windows key, whereas it's instead a dedicated search key.
Switch to finding things instantly. Switch to Chromebook.
You're not finding things instantly. I wanted tacos, and I got an ad or a video, YouTube video instead. I ain't finding stuff instantly. It really just comes down to the preference on search engine. It's literally just pulling from Edge, which is Microsoft, and I like Google search much better, but Chromebooks using that as the premise of their ads isn't really saying much. The search on Microsoft Edge versus the search on Google is still not anything to do with the laptop itself. So let's watch another Chromebook ad and dive a little bit more inside.
Chromebooks are a new way to laptop, starting with the everything button.
Like, what's the classic meme? Can I copy your homework? Yeah, just make it look different.
And Chromebooks are secure, with virus protection that's built in.
Oh, yes! Virus protection that's built in. Windows computer, which I actually have a dual boot for Ubuntu on here too. But we're going to, virus and threat protection. No way, there's built-in virus protection too for Windows? No way! Oh my gosh. Wow. So far in these new set of ads, they have an everything button. That's really a rebranded Windows search key. Or actually just a rebranded search key altogether. Apple has one, all of them. I don't even know who came up with it first. I shouldn't say that it's Windows. A search key, a rebranded search key, and built-in virus protection, which I understand that it is a lockdown of the Linux kernel. Yes, we can get into that, but built-in virus protection, built-in virus protection. Like, yes, this is not the same thing, and obviously either one of these machines, you download something stupid, you download the right thing, you're going to run into issues. Does Windows have a little bit more of that? Of course. But I think you have to... There's a point where no matter what stupid stuff you do on a Chromebook, you're still going to get viruses. And I advertising it that this is virus proof, which is better than what they were doing last time in the last set of ads. Yeah, I at least can get behind that it has built-in virus protection on a Chromebook. Okay, but they don't really explain any of it. So either way, it's ambiguous. If I were to advertise a Chromebook, I would focus on the price. I would say these are cheaper laptops. They are more user-friendly, at least in my opinion, and they are more limited in what they can do, so they're good for younger kids. Now, would I say that you want to give a Chromebook to a grown college student, for example? No, because you're going to have a fun time trying to install any of your modeling software on there and trying to run Java or whatever on this sucker. Especially like this thing, it's got 2 cores on it. Okay, what is a Chromebook?
Here's what you need to know about Chromebooks. Chromebooks are powerfully simple laptops. Powerful to handle what's important to you.
Powerful is not what I would come to mind, or what would come to mind when I talk about Chromebooks. Why? Because just from my personal experience and my mother's, whose Chromebook this kind of was, she bought a new computer because it sucked so bad. Yeah, so they're really underpowered depending on what you get. This has an Intel Atom, I believe, in it. There are other ones for education, and obviously it depends on anything if you buy a crappy low-end SKU of anything. But actually this doesn't come with any options to upgrade. So saying that these are powerful, the hardware itself, no, because they're cheaper laptops. But you could argue that the operating system is more streamlined, which that is an argument to make. Just, I don't think I'd make it with powerful from them all. Depends on really the hardware you're looking at. It's just like any Windows computer. It's not really a plus or minus.
And designed in a way that makes them easy to use.
Okay, I'll admit they are easier to use than a Windows computer. Okay.
Chromebooks run Chrome OS, an operating system made by Google that's simple, speedy, and secure.
Okay, those are all 3 valid points.
All these partners teamed up with Google, and Google builds some too. So how are Chromebooks different? Everything's easy. To switch over from your old laptop, just log into a new Chromebook with your Gmail.
I don't know if everything's easy, because trying to download software that doesn't run on anything but Windows is not easy. Especially on a Chromebook.
Your old laptop. Just log into a new Chromebook with your Gmail, and all your files and preferences are right there.
I'm going to call BS on that. I am going to call BS on that. Why? Because they basically said that if you have an old computer...
So how are Chromebooks different? Everything's...
Literally, it's the mailing notification that my mom's new laptop is coming because this thing sucks so bad.
Log into a new Chromebook with your Gmail, and all your files and preferences are right there. Virus protection is built in, so you don't have to deal.
I'm really having a hard time with this built-in virus protection. You could say more secure than other operating systems, and I would say, yeah, that's true. But built-in virus protection has no antivirus. Okay.
Deal with this.
Oh, an error has occurred. There's a possibility your computer is infected with a virus. That's not how viruses work. Especially malware. They try, depending on the variety of malware, your errors don't happen. It's more like you have pop-ups, which I could get behind the system error pop-ups, but
Never again. They save you tons of time.
I don't know about tons of time.
It only takes a few seconds to boot up a Chromebook.
Okay, you can watch the other video that we did on this, but like they said that it takes like 10 seconds to boot up the sucker, or like I think 8 seconds or something. This sucker took like 15. My computer or my laptop boots up faster. My Windows.
And answers online. And unlike most laptops, Chromebook software updates in the background, automatically.
Unlike most laptops? What is your idea of most? Oh! Now, I do understand the merits of, having to restart a computer for Windows updates. Okay. But then again, not all driver updates, software updates require you to shut down your computer. Okay. Unlike most laptops. Okay, sure.
Automatically. So what can you do on a Chromebook? It has all the apps you need, you want, and kind of wish you always had. Whoa.
All the apps you need and you want. Okay. So I need Fusion 360. I need Adobe Premiere. I need Photoshop. But none of those are on Chromebooks.
And kind of wish you always had. Whoa. For work, for school, for winding down. You can edit your photos. That's nice. Crush games. Or just keep in touch.
Oh, with Stadia. Notice they're on Stadia now. Okay, they've gotten that last video. I feel a little bit better knowing that they had to clear that up, because it was pretty bad of a mishap to say that Chromebooks could game by themselves. Stadia is definitely a possible alternative. I just find it very interesting that they've now clarified this is on Stadia. You're not gaming on computer.
And that's what you need to know about Chromebooks. Powerful, simple. It's the new way to laptop.
It hurts to watch this. So I'm sorry, but yeah, this is. It just seems like the whole point of like all your advertising is features that all the other laptops have.
That's a Chromebook with apps for whatever you need.
With apps for whatever you need. I can understand the merits of having a lot of software, which Chromebooks specifically don't. I'm sure they have modeling software, I'm sure. But for what I need for like work or school, they don't have it. Okay. I got myself a new laptop for school. My school laptop died. It broke, and it's way out of warranty. It's like 7-some years old. So this one, while it was dug out of the trash, it is also way too heavy to haul around for school, and I will die before I use a Chromebook for my main computer. So I went ahead and I bought myself a 2-in-1, and actually a really nice one. I like it a lot. It's touchscreen. Even got a gaming GPU in it. Absolutely love it to pieces. I just got it today. I had spent maybe like 5 minutes, going through all the stuff, and then I had to spend maybe like 10 minutes to download all my software. That was Photoshop, my Arduino coding stuff that I've been working on, Visual Studio, all the Premiere stuff, all the Fusion 360 stuff, and I was like, okay, that did take probably like 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, that was a good chunk of time. But with a Chromebook, you sign into your Gmail and you go ahead and you have all your files on there, but you don't have any of your apps, and files, while yes, you have access to them in Google Drive, you still can't actually open or run any apps that require the heavy files. So I don't see the, yes, it's easier to set up. Yes, it is. But there's a lot of but in that. But there are things you can't do inherently. Anyway, y'all have a great day.